looking to not let the Falcons restart their order. Out of the windup, the 1-1. Swung at, fly ball. It might be in play for Kingbaum, who's going to work under it. And he does just that. Ben Kingbaum secures out number 3 in the first appearance in the Spring State Baseball Tournament for the Kiel Raiders. Coach Brad May takes his Raiders back to state for the first time since 2017.
The Raiders, first time ever in boys soccer, they're going to head to the WIAA state tournament.
And a show feed, Sager, right side, gonna pull the trigger, top of the right side, and he found it! My goodness, Tavi Sager, that one did not give Dotson a chance to block it.
That goal ball is coming to Kiel, people. It is coming to Kiel. Raiders win, Raiders win, Raiders.
Kick out 3, Arndt shot fake. Usman on him. Under 50 seconds to play. Kick out, Jack Heckman 3. Left side! Jack Heckman knocked down the triple.
Biggest 3 to Kiel right there.
15. Timeout, Lakeside Lutheran.
And with that, Madison, Wisconsin, you better get ready. So for the first time in school history, the Kiel Raiders will be moving on to state.
It has been a wonderful ride to be a part of, and guess what? We are coming your way next Thursday, Madison, Wisconsin.
The clock strikes 0 and it's official. The Kiel Raiders are going to Madison.
Good evening and welcome back to Kiel High School for the second night of girls volleyball this week. On a Tuesday night, it's the Eastern Wisconsin Conference High School Girls Volleyball Opener. It's the 11-1 Brillion Lions traveling to take on the 6-0 undefeated to this point Kiel Raiders. We welcome you back from courtside here at Kiel High School. I'm Miles E. Troy, and alongside me tonight once again is Kiel Girls Volleyball Assistant Coach Joy Bridson. Joy, let's first begin with the talented 11-1 Brillion Lions. Their schedule, they've, along with Michigan, have had a bunch of games so far to this point. For the Lions, they had the Hilbert Invite taking on Valders, New Holstein, a pair of Eastern Wisconsin Conference favorites, along with Kohler and Kewanee and Hilbert in that invite as well. Their only loss coming from Wrightstown, losing 3-1 last week, Tuesday. Their roster, a total of 11 girls on this varsity roster. Only 2 of them are freshmen, the rest being juniors and seniors, something to look out for. And a star in their lineup, we talked a little pregame, was their middle blocker, the junior number 4, Emma Shu. How do the Lions have to utilize her and stop the Raiders from getting the ball over the net tonight?
Emma Shu's a great hitter. She runs a quick offense. So that means she's running slides out of the middle. That's that back kind of layup play. And then she's also running some quick plays from the middle. It's going to be a big adjustment from last night. Last night, the offense for the other team was very slow, where this Emma runs a very quick offense, and her setter gets her the ball quick. So it's going to be an adjustment for the Raiders. And I think if they can capitalize on it, Brillion's going to be a good, tough matchup.
The Raiders coming off a game last night where they defeated the Michigan Indians 3-0. But now, obviously, like you mentioned, they take on a much talented Brillion Lions team tonight. Let's talk a little bit about the Raiders. I mentioned they winning to Michigan last night, 3-0. Little struggle they showed last night, which you can talk about a little more, but just really didn't look like the true team they can be. But tonight, they're obviously going to have to be really sound, really solid if they want to beat Brillion.
Yeah, last night I did talk to some of the girls before the game today, and last night it was a case of them playing down to their opponent's level. Last night against Michigan ran a real slow offense, meaning the sets were really high, really outside. And I talked to a lot of the middle blockers. They said it was challenging to try to, because they're used to that quick offense that Kiel runs. So it's really hard to adjust the block on that, because the set's coming so high that the blocker has to actually wait, and then they can kind of get impatient. So tonight, the Brillion's going to come at their level a little more. So hopefully they play up to Kiel's speed a little more, so I think we're going to have a very competitive matchup.
Absolutely. What a great matchup to start the Eastern Wisconsin Conference opener here tonight. The Lions and the Raiders. Minute 15 on the scoreboard here before warm-ups, and we are getting set for introductions, starting lineups, and we'll get set from Kiel High School. Second night, back-to-back. We had a Monday night, Kiel-Mishicot, obviously winning 3-0. And now we have Brillion and Kiel. History fact of the match for you. In last year's regular season matchup, the Lions and the Raiders went to 5 sets, and the Raiders were able to sneak away with a 3-2 victory over the Lions September 12th, 2024, back at Brillion's place. So we'll see. Joy, do you think tonight's going to go to 5?
If Kiel plays the way they played last night, unfortunately, I think it could either be a tight matchup and going to 5, or Brillion might be able to kind of compensate and overtake Kiel if they played the way they played last night. But I think Kiel's going to come out ready. I know the seniors are eager to get this first conference game of their senior season started.
Absolutely. We are getting set for introductions here from Kiel High School. Brilliant getting their last final touches in here for warm-ups, and both teams will line up. We will take off the headsets for Mr. Christofferson's speech, the national anthem, and then we will bring back for the starting lineups. We'll take the headsets off now for the introductions here from Kiel High School. Tonight's Kiel Raider volleyball match is proudly supported by Premier Financial Credit Union, Todd Oleg and New York Life, the Gravel Pit Sports Bar and Grill, Kiel Booster Club, Signature Flooring and more, Amplify Health by Bell and Titletown, Parker John's Barbecue and Pizza, Yard 65 Brewing and Events, the Kiel Lounge, Albright Again LLC, On Point Financial Group, Collins State Bank, Dynamic Heating and Cooling, Craig Benversi, your Dairyland seed dealer, Drexel Building Supply, and by members of the NEW Sports Radio Broadcasters Club. We are getting set for starting lineups here from Kiel High School. It's the Eastern Wisconsin Conference Girls Volleyball Opener here in the 2025 campaign. And we have a great one in set for you tonight. The back-to-back, the non-conference between Mishicot and Kiel last night, and now the Brillion Lions and the Raiders here on a Tuesday night. Miles Detroit, Joy Bridson here bring you action from Kiel High School. let's get you to the starting lineups. Firstly, for the Brillion Lions, the freshman getting the start, number 1, Livia Van Camp. Then that middle blocker we talked about, you're going to hear her name a lot tonight, the junior Emma Shu. Then number 7, the senior Kara Hedrick. Number 8, the junior outside hitter Ava Van Camp. Number 9, the junior Madeline Miller. And rounding out the lineup, number 10, the junior Natalie Schnell. For the Raiders, they have 7 on the starting lineup. We'll see the official 6 when we get to the action. But number 3, it's the sophomore Emma Niles. Number 7, the junior Sierra Gardner. Number 9, Maddie McDowell, the senior. Number 10, Ava Rowley, senior. Number 11, the junior Lily Brockway. Number 13, the senior Elizabeth Niles. And rounding out the lineup at libero, the sophomore, number 17, Maya Rowley. Joy, it's going to be a good match tonight. We have 2 phenomenal teams on stock here tonight. Lions and the Raiders to start the conference stretch. Both sit at 0-0 for conference, but like we mentioned, Brillion in that Hilbert invite taking on New Holstein and Valders both winning in that tournament.
Yeah, and Valders is a tough team this year as well, so they've faced some pretty tough competition. So, like I said, this should be a pretty good matchup tonight.
Absolutely. Just making sure our audio is all good here. Cut in for a sec there. Let's see. We're good. Do you hear me a little better now?
Yeah.
A little bit? Yeah. We're rounding out the Kiel lineups here from Kiel High School. You already heard them there on your screen, the starting graphic. Proud supporter of Raider Volleyball, the Kiel Booster Club provides support for all students and all co-curriculars at Kiel High School. The KBC raises funds through a variety of events, including the Kiel Triathlon, raffles, Uncorked, and concessions to financially support all co-curriculars while enhancing experiences and creating opportunities beyond KSD's budgetary contributions. Find out more info at KielBoosterClub.com. Follow us, Kiel Booster Club, on Facebook. It's the Brillion Lions and the Kiel Raiders here from Kiel High School Tuesday night. Miles Detroit, Joy Bridson on the call. Super excited to get this one underway. We saw a competitive match last night between the Indians and the Raiders, but Joy, this is going to be a lot better match, competitive. It's likely, I believe, going to go to 5, maybe 4, we'll see, but Raiders able to sneak away with 3 last night.
Yeah, I agree. This matchup's going to be a lot quicker pace, so you're going to see a lot faster sets and a lot of quick sets out of the middle and front. So I think, like I said, they're more evenly matched than last night, and Kiel unfortunately kind of played down to their team, the other team's level. So like I said, I think this one might go 5, but if Kiel plays their game, they could pull it out and edge out Brillion.
We are set from Kiel High School. It's the senior Ava Rowley to start it for the Raiders. We are underway. Brillion on the response. It'll be the Lions to get the opening tip. Kudos to Ava Van Camp. And Brillion takes the first point of the night.
And she's the one a lot of the seniors were talking about, that she's going to be big in the front row. She's a power hitter. Not necessarily the tallest out there, but she brings the force.
Now it'll be the Brillions with a 1-0 lead. It'll be at H's. That big hitter, Schnell in the middle. Raiders on the return. Libero Maya Rowley to send it to their Libero Miller. The big hit from Van Camp. Too strong, and the Raiders get their first point of the night.
And Van Camp's one of those two that they were talking about. She's got a great quick arm, very fast, but she didn't get a touch on that one, so point Raiders.
All square 1-1 here. It'll be the sophomore Maya Rowley from the far side. Sends it to Hedrick. Hedrick. Net violation on Brockway, so the Lions will get their second point.
And I think they called penetration over the net on Lily Brockway. It's kind of close. I would have let it go, but I don't have a whistle.
Here's the service now for the Raiders, this being Van Camp. Sends it to the sophomore Emma Niles. Maya Rowley to Ava Rowley, who Sends it in, and a nice placement, miscommunication from the Lions, and we are back tied 2 apiece.
Great roll shot. She went nice and deep. Usually the back row players kind of push up as the play goes along, so Ava knew right where to go with it.
And is that a shot where it's relaxed so the Raiders can set back up? What's that called? Isn't there a terminology where they hit it over so the Raiders can get back set?
Just kind of like a reset?
Reset.
Is that what you mean? Yeah, they kind of
Maybe.
reset the
I thought
play.
there was a term. I don't know. I'll think of it maybe tonight.
Okay.
Maybe. We'll see. There's the service from Crom. We are squared at 2. There's the big hitter of Miller. Too strong.
Brillion was pleading for a touch on that one, but I didn't see a touch either.
So the Raiders will end up getting the point. They lead 3-2. Service once again from the senior Crom from the near side. Sends it to the libero, Miller. The other Miller, Carter Miller. Ava Rowley, court far side to Emma Niles. Lines on the return. They send it to Ava Rowley. Maya Rowley sends one to Niles. Niles hits it over. Lions can't keep it within the candy canes, and the Raiders will get a point. They have their largest lead, 4-2.
Even as a volleyball novice, you got to see that the speed of this game is much quicker than last night.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Here's Crom with another service here from the near side. Sends one to Carter Miller. Carter Miller to Schnell. And the Lions get their 3rd point of the set.
Looks like Maddie and Emma just didn't seal the net enough on that one to get it on the other side of the net.
Blocking is going to be huge tonight for the Raiders. Big up front for the Lions, so they got to stick together. Going to be a lot of assisted blocks tonight that the Raiders are going to need. Here's the service from the junior Madeline Miller. Ava Rowley tips one to Gutchow with the kill attempt. Tipped off the Lions, and the Raiders get their 5th point of the set. That'll be the senior Niles to service responsibilities from the near side. Comes back into your screen. Sends it to the libero Miller. Roll shot for the Lions. Ava Rowley to Niles. It's looked in from here.
I was going to say, looked into me too.
Line judge says it's out, so it's officially ruled a Lions point. And we have a 4-5 set number 1. So now service responsibilities will take back over for the Lions. It's going to be Cora Tam. Reception air for Crom. And we are back tied 5-5 apiece here in set 1.
I have to say, the vibe in here is electric. You got
It
both
is.
student sections going at it. I love this.
It
I
is.
love this, yeah.
Especially as a broadcaster, too. Really gives you energy. Crom with the reception. Ava Rowley to Gutchow. Nice block up front. Niles right there for the return. Cross court, Rowley to Niles. Little shot for Elizabeth Niles. Lines on the return. It'll be Schnell to send it to Gutchow. Ava Rowley over on 2, and the Raiders have the score 6-5.
Like I said, with Ava running the 5-1, when she's a front row player, she can tip, she can hit, she can spike, and she's got to keep that up because it keeps the blockers on their toes, so they're jumping with her then and not always the hitters.
We saw a couple over on 2s from Ava Rowley last night as well. It is truly something the Raiders utilize. Lions, it'll be Hale to send it over, hits the ceiling, out of bounds. Raiders get the point, 7-5. A little bit unlucky there for the Lions, but Raiders nevertheless hold a 2-point lead. It'll be Emma Niles coming in onto your screen. Sends it to the libero, Miller. Cross court, Emma Shue. Big hit for the Lions. Our score is 6-7.
Yeah, and Emma Shue is one that the seniors were talking about. She's got a heavy arm, as they call it in volleyball, meaning she brings it through hard, and that ball is not going to fly out of bounds. It's going to go down.
Super tall. She's going to be really big middle blocker, junior for the Lions. Threat for this Raiders team. Here's the service. 1-point lead for the Raiders. Gutchow gets the kill. Raiders, 2-point lead over the Lions. We have a substitution for the Raiders. Brockway is going to check in for Crom. Raiders hold on to a 2-point lead. Gutchow will get the service duties here from the near side. Sends it to Livia Van Camp. Nice kill for Ava Van Camp. And the Lions are within 1.
Blockers are just a little too inside on that one, and Ava's a smart hitter, and she found the seam in the block and hit it right through.
We have a bunch of pair of sisters for both teams. It's Van Camp and Miller for the Lions, and obviously for the Raiders, you have Rothy and Gutchow, Niles as well. Lions just get it over the net. The block battle goes to the Lions, and we are tied at 8. Eight apiece here in set 1. Responsibilities for service go to Emma Shue. She sends it to Maya Rothy, who sends one way out of bounds. Reception error for her, and the Lions take back the lead. Shue trying to start a run here for the Lions. They take back their lead. They lead it by 1. 9-8 your score here in set 1. Shue from the far side delivers one to Gardner, who has a reception error. Back-to-back reception errors for the Raiders, and the Lions take a 2-point lead.
All the Raiders need right here is just a good pass, kind of get out of their head, break it.
Here's Shue. Service error for her, and now it's back within 1.
I was going to say that works too.
Yeah, right. He'll take a service error. Raiders now will get it back. Ava Rothy to serve on the near side. Ava Rothy. Nice dig from Van Camp. Gardner. Ava Rothy to Niles. Out of bounds. And our score is 11-9.
Kind of saw that last night from Niles where she was just hitting it a little too strong going out.
Along with McDowell, too, here and there. Here's the service from H's. Maya Rothy, cross court to Elizabeth Niles. The roll shot works, and the Raiders back within a point. Maya Rothy will now take service from the far side of your screen. Sophomore libero sends it to Hedrick. H's. Maya Rothy to Ava Rothy. Cross court to Emma Niles. There's Hedrick on the dig. H's to Van Camp. Brockway to Niles. And the Lions will get the point, that being because Brockway was under the net, correct?
I think she just touched the net.
Touched the net, okay.
Yep.
Little awkward position for the junior Brockway. So the Lions will get the point. They lead by 2 here in set 1. Here's the service from Ava Van Camp. Sends it to Gardner. Gardner over on 1. Nice spike. Elizabeth Niles to Ava Rothy. Can't keep it in. And the Lions lead by 3.
Tried to find deep corner on that, which is a good shot, but just went a little wide.
Great attack from the Lions. Really ended up setting up that point there for them. They lead 13-10. Here's the service from Ava Van Camp. Dig from Emma Niles. Little tip shot for Ava Rothy. Lions get it back over to the Raiders. Ava Rothy sets one for Brockway, who's blocked at the net. Maya Rothy to Emma Niles. Just a little bit out of bounds, and the Lions lead by 4. Raiders have had a few hits, not able just to keep it in the lines, but we'll see if they settle in here. But the Lions have had 2 service errors, and the Raiders will take those points all night. (14-11) your score here in set number 1.
You can tell the Raiders kind of just have to find their rhythm because they've been playing. The first 2 teams they played ran a really slow offense, so they're trying to kind of get back to their game and match the Brillion speed of it. So I think they'll come around soon.
Crum with service responsibilities. Here it is. Sends one to Carter Miller. Gutchow plays one in the air, hits the ceiling. Raiders miscommunication. Lions get the point. It's 15-11. Service now from the junior Madeline Miller. She steps into the screen. Crom with the dig. Ava Rothy. Hit from Elizabeth Niles. Lions back to the Raiders. Miscommunication. Gutchow gets it over. Miller. Big hit. Point goes to the Raiders. Miller, I believe you said 4 touches, correct?
Correct, because the Kiel block didn't touch it. So then that kind of counts as 4 hits.
Gotcha. So the Raiders back within 3. 15-12 our score. Elizabeth Niles will serve it on the near side. Sends one to Madeline Miller. H's. The kill for the Lions gives them a 4-point lead. (16-12) your score. Raiders trying to crawl out of the hole here in set 1. Lions with a commanding 4-point lead. It'll be Cora Tam, the senior, from the far side. Delivers one to Crom. Niles trying to keep it in bounds. She will not. And the reception error of Crom gives the Lions a 5-point lead. Their largest of set 1.
Got to say the passing's off a little bit. I think if Kiel can just kind of flip it around and get back in the passing groove, then they'll be back in it.
Lions have their largest lead of set 1. There they find Crom again. Elizabeth Niles cross court to her sister Emma Niles. Nice dig. Lions send it over barely. Ava Rothy finds Emma Niles out of bounds, and it's an 18-12 Brillion lead. Lions approaching the red zone. 18-12 our score. Cora Tam sends one to the libero, Maya Rothy. The kill attempt for the Lions goes out of bounds, and the Raiders have a much-needed point. It's 18-13. I do love this energy. It's great. You can just feel it. You can probably hear the passion in my voice just because of the energy in the court. Lions get a nice roll shot from, I believe that was Carter Miller, and now they have 19. Raiders have 13.
I do have to say it's very hard sitting here.
It is.
And not, because I'm usually one, I can't sit during games, baseball, basketball, whatever, and volleyball games, especially in this atmosphere, I would be up yelling from the bench. So
Absolutely. It's tough to see over here, too. We're working to get our way up in the stands, but hopefully we'll have that next broadcast. Over on one, the Lions go. Crom sends one up to Rothy. Ava Rothy to McDowell. Just a little too strong. Comes over here to us. And the Raiders are down 7. Raiders are going to take their first timeout of set 1 to reset as they are down 7. Our Raider broadcasts are proudly supported by Craig Benversi, your Dairyland seed dealer. Now with Alforix, alfalfa, and lacrosse seed. KB Seeds is your local Dairyland seed dealer with corn, beans, silage, and DLF seed dealer of the top-of-the-line alfalfa. Craig Benversi, 920-207-0830. Contact him for all your corn, soybeans, alfalfa, silage, and grass needs. Set number 1 for the girls volleyball East EWC opener here tonight from Kiel High School. Miles Detroit, Joy Bridson on the call. We had back-to-back broadcasts, one last night with a non-conference matchup between the Indians and the Raiders, and now we have the Lions and the Raiders. Competitive first set here at Joy. Obviously, the Lions hold their largest lead of the set, 20-13. The Raiders call a timeout, hoping to get this set closer.
I do have to say I can sense a little bit of nerves from Kiel. And I think it's honestly because they do have a lot of seniors out there. And one common theme amongst talking to the girls earlier in the day, everyone wants to win this first conference match for the seniors because they know, they want to take conference and you got to start strong in conference.
Absolutely. But really, they just have to play freely. They're a great team. They play free. They play their game. They can win this game, no doubt. Ava Rowley to McDowell, and McDowell gets the kill. Much needed point for the Raiders. They're back within 6.
That's what they needed.
Yep.
McDowell, I think, is going to have a big game. She was fired up.
That was a big timeout from Coach Kautzer, kind of get things to reset, and the Raiders are back within 6. Gutchow, near side service, strikes over the net. Here's Gutchow to Ava Rothy to McDowell. Nice little. What would you call that? What kind of hit?
That was a deep tip.
Deep tip.
Yep.
So the Raiders are within 5. Great placement from McDowell there on the pass point. 20-15 our score. Gutchow from the near side. Sends it to Van Camp. Over on to H's. Ava Rothy. Lions cannot get it over. Raiders within 4. They were down 7 after the timeout, now within 4. 20-16 our score here in set 1. Gutchow trying to start the run for the Raiders. Service error for her, and now it's 21-16 Lions.
And the Lions do have their freshman number 1 in the back row. That would be Olivia Van Camp. So they're probably going to target her a lot too.
Here's the service from Van Schoo. Ava Rothy. A little too strong for McDowell. And it's 22-16 here in set 1. Lions 3 points away from taking the opening set. Service from Emma Schoo, the junior, from the far side. Delivers one to Niles. Ava Rothy to Brockway. Lions get it over. Gardner from the back row. Sends it cross court to McDowell. Gets it over. Lions on the return. H's to Van Camp. Brillion, 2 points away from set 1. Lions looking for their 25th set victory here in set 1 from Kiel High School. Over on 2, beautifully placed from H's, and it is set point.
And I think it was Emma Schoo who earlier in the match too had a little service run on him as well. She's got a great top spin serve, so it is hard to pass.
Here is the service from Schoo, far side, sends one to Maya Rothy. Ava Rothy. Cross court to Elizabeth Niles. Nice dig from Hedrick. Roll shot for the Lions. Ava Rothy to McDowell. Nice placement for McDowell. And it's 24-17 here in set 1. Ava Rothy, near side service. Here it is. Try to keep themselves alive here in set 1. Lions send it to Van Camp, who takes it for the kill. Final kill of set 1. 25-17. Brillion takes the opening set. We'll step aside, take a break, bring you set number 2. You're listening to High School Girls Volleyball on Kiel Raider Radio.
At Drexel Building Supply, our mission is to supply happiness. And with that, we are committed to finding the best team members, supporting the local builder, and maximizing profits to do Jesus' work here on earth. From lumber and trusses to cabinets and doors, let us be organized on your behalf for your next project. Visit us at 274 Cemetery Road in Kiel, or give us a call at 866-328-2583.
Are you looking for someone to build you, your new house, or maybe remodel your old aging home? Maybe you need some small work done, like installing a storm door or a new window. Those little home improvements that you just can't find the time for, or maybe you just don't know how. If interested, give us a call at 920-894-7507 or shoot us an email at albrightagainllc@yahoo.com. Jobs big or small, call Albright Again Home Improvements for all your home improvement needs.
Looking for a bank that knows your name and your story? At Collins State Bank in Kiel, we're more than just numbers and accounts. We're neighbors, friends, and financial partners. For over 100 years, we've been helping our neighbors buy homes, grow businesses, and plan for the future. With personal service you just won't find at the big banks. At Collins State Bank, we're right here with you every step of the way. Collins State Bank, rooted in our community, invested in you. Are you looking for a great atmosphere and great food? Look no further than the Gravel Pit in Kiel. Try one of our great weekly specials. Burgers on Tuesdays, Chef's Choice on Wednesdays, wrap and fries on Thursdays. Get yourself a steak sandwich and fries or a perch basket with potato salad before Raider football on Friday nights. Then finish your week with a crispy chicken sandwich and fries on Saturdays. Call 920-894-8493 for details. The Gravel Pit, located just outside of Kiel on Highway 57.
At On Point Financial Group, we offer a straightforward, holistic approach to building financial strategies focused on you, your schedule, your circumstance, and your objectives. Whether you are preparing for a milestone life event like retirement, sale of a business, or simply looking for financial protection for the future, On Point Financial Group promises to offer you a new level of attention, insight, and guidance.
Is there a place for a little empathy in this world? We think so. Welcome to healthcare that's all about caring. Amplify Health. A little empathy changes everything.
2, 1. Welcome back to Kiel High School. We are getting set for set number 2 here in the EWC Conference Opener for girls volleyball. Set number 1 went to the Lions. They took it 25-17. Very competitive set, but really the Lions just started to pull away at the end, and Raiders just couldn't come back.
Yeah, I know. I talked to Mrs. Kautzer, Megan Kautzer, the head coach, before the game, and the first thing she said was that they cannot have a slow start like they did yesterday, and apparently that's kind of what they did. And so hopefully they can come back. They are a strong team. I think they just kind of got in their heads a little bit with it being the seniors really want to take conference this year, and they got to start with a conference win. So hopefully they settle down the nerves and go from there. Absolutely.
They just got to play freely. Really, they have the talent on the team. They have the roster. They really play well together. They've played well together. Bunch of varsity returners from last year. So that connection is definitely there this year. They just got to play their game, and they'll be just fine.
Yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, it just looks like Megan did make a sub. Mary Wempner's in the back row now, so that's probably just to help the passing game a little bit.
Set number 2 underway. It'll be the Lions to start service. Raiders over on 1. Ava Rody to McDowell. The libero, Madeline Miller. Lions can't get it over, and the Raiders will take a big point here to open set number 2. Ava Rody now service duties on the far side. After they get the first point, it's the Lions. Cora Tam. The kill for the Lions, and we are squared 1-1 apiece.
It's always hard when you pass it right back to the net. You got to get down because it's coming back hard.
Yeah, it's right there, right in the front. Very killable, especially for this big Lions team. You have Carter Miller, the senior. You have the middle blocker, number 4, Emma Shue. Here's the Lions. Wempner with the dig. Elizabeth Niles. Nice strike from Niles here on the near side. Cross court. Miller will get a kill of her own, and the Lions take the lead 2-1 here in set 2.
Brockway's a little late getting over, closing that block, so there's a huge gap. And when you got a hitter that good, she can find the hole in the block and put it down.
We talked about in set 1 how crucial blocking is going to be in this game, and Raiders struggling a little bit to start it. Wempner to Elizabeth Niles. Miller. A little too strong for the other Miller, Carter Miller, and we're tied 2-2. Now it'll be Maya Rody, the sophomore libero, to get service duties here from the near side. Here it is. She goes cross court to Carter Miller. H's. Lions off the block tip, get the point, and 3-2 is our score.
Now you got Emma Shue back in the middle for the Lions, and she's a really big middle.
Madeline Miller, the junior libero. Here's the service from her. Sends one to the senior Wempner. She gets it over on 1. Back and forth. Shue and H's go back together, and they result in the fourth point for the Lions here in set 2. I feel like rarely you see that. They go back and forth to each other, then they get the point. Here's another service for the libero, Madeline Miller. Elizabeth Niles to her sister, Emma Niles. Just a little too strong, and it's a 5-2 lead for Brillion.
Now the Raiders are trying to mix up their shots, and it's just kind of it's not falling. I think they just got to go back to their game, run a quick offense.
Yeah, they can't let this set 2 get too out of their hands. They got to keep it close here early. Otherwise, it's going to be a lot of catching up to do. Service once again from Madeline Miller. Just barely gets it over the nets. That's super unlucky for the Raiders. And 6-2 is our score. Emma Niles just played it a little too far back, just barely snuck over the net, and the Lions lead by 4. Service once again, reception error for Wempner, and it's a 7-2 lead now here in set 2. Service, Madeline Miller, near side. Here it is, 7-2 lead for the Lions. A little too much on it, and the Raiders get a much-needed point. Our score 7-3.
Lions misserved have actually kept the Raiders in this game.
Yeah, the Raiders will take those service errors whenever they come. There was a few in that first set, that first one being in the second set now. And 7-3 is our score. The senior Crom now gets service responsibilities. She comes into your screen, sends one to the Lions. The kill attempt from Shu stays in bounds. And our score now 8-3. Our score. Set number 2. Ball comes out here towards us court side. Able to get it back in, and now Cora Tam will get service duties here from the near side. Out of bounds, a little too much on it. Another service error, and the point will go to the Raiders. Haven't seen too many long points so far in the second set. Really a few in the first, honestly, but not too many.
Yeah, not a lot of rallies so far.
Here's Elizabeth Niles to the Lions. H's to the senior Carter Miller. Too much on it. 8-5 our score. Raiders get it back within 3. Elizabeth Niles from the far side. Here it is. Service error for her. 9-5 our score. Lions lead by 4. They lead sets 1-0 to this point. We're in the second here from Kiel High School. It'll be Hedrick from the near side to get the Lions going here. Leading by 4. She sends it to Maya Rothy, the libero. Ava Rothy puts one up for Emma Niles. Strikes it to Van Camp. The libero Miller. Ava Rothy to Gutchow. In the middle of the block from Emma Shu. And it's 10-5 Brillion.
Yeah, Maddie Gutchow and I talked about that before the game, that she's got Shu blocking her. They match up. So she's got to really find an angle on that instead of going straight through.
I mean, the height difference from Shu and Gutchow is super crucial. And Gutchow, a great player in the middle. She's just going to have to try to find a way to work around her. Reception error from Niles. 11-5 our score here in the second set. Here's Hedrick, who started the rally here a couple points ago. Sends one to Crom. Reception error for her. 12-5 our score. Largest lead for the Lions here in set 2.
I think you hit the nail on the head. Kiel right now is just playing really tight, tense, and they just got to kind of let it go and play free.
Yeah. Hedrick from the near side. 12-5 our score here in set 2. Elizabeth Niles to Ava Rothy to Emma Niles. Strikes it. Tipped off the Lions. Raiders get a much-needed point. 12-6 our score.
Nice service run by Emma would be great right here.
12-6. Emma Niles with service. Sends one to the libero, Madeline Miller. H's. Emma Niles now in return. Elizabeth Niles sends it over on to Miller. To H's. The kill for Emma Shue. 13-6 our score.
And that's that slide play I was talking about. Last night, Maddie Gutchow and Ava tried to run that a couple times. It just wasn't there. But that's how it looks when the timing is right.
Here's the service from Shue, a little too strong. Another service error for the Lions. 13-7 our score. Gutchow will now take over on the far side of your screen. Towards the right. 13-7 our score. Raiders looking to crawl back here down 6. Just getting it over the net. An attempt of a dig from Hedrick, but Gutchow will get the ace, and the Raiders are within 5.
This is where Raiders need to capitalize. You got the smaller front row for the Lions. You really got to take advantage.
You have the momentum, too, here. You're down 5. Gutchow serving. Just got a nice point. Here she is once again. Lions. Schnell sends it to Gutchow. Ava Rothy cross court to McDowell with a nice swing. Keeps it in bounds, and the Raiders are within 4.
And with the Lions running a 5-1, they have their shorter setter, number 11, in the front row. So it was a great set to find her outside over the shorter hands.
Little chess game right now. Gutchow now sends it. Service air for the Raiders. And just like that, the momentum stops for Kiel. It's 14-9 Brillion. Raiders are on that run. They had all the momentum and just a little service error from Gutchow. Brillion takes back over on service duties.
And now the Lions will have 3 hitters in the front row because their setter's going back row.
Aitchis now, the junior, will take over for the Lions. Here she is coming into screen on the near side of your screen. Mary Wempner, Ava Rothy to McDowell with a little roll shot. Sends it to Madeline Miller. Striking attempt. Lions. Too many touches for Brillion. No block for the Raiders, so the Raiders will get the point off the Lions 4 touches.
Yeah, and I think they actually called a double hit on the setter there. You can double that second ball, but it's got to stay on your side. She doubled it, and it went over.
Here's Ava Rothy. Service for the senior. Sends it to the libero. Miller with a reception error. 14-11 our score. Raiders crawling back in. (14-11). 3-point lead for the Lions. Miller to Van Camp. Wempner. Ava Rothy over on 2, and we are within 2. 14-12 our score in set number 2.
That was an awesome play. Like I said, as a setter, she just reads that perfectly. She's got to go up and find that campfire.
Well, she's had service now and then getting it over on 2, and the Raiders are within 2. 14-12. Set number 2 here from Kiel High School. Raiders looking for a lead they haven't had in a while. H's, the block up front with Brockway and McDowell, and we are within 1.
Just kind of waiting for the Kiel fans to roof that one, but apparently they don't know volleyball that much.
Student
either.
section here?
Yeah,
probably not.
You
got your athletes doing it, but yeah, I don't think the student section knows here. Ava Rothy. Another reception error for the Lions, and we are tied 14-14 here in set 2.
I'll have to get them cue cards on what they can yell.
Right. Or you see online where the teams make the videos of what we do when this happens.
Yeah.
Ava Rothy from the far side sends it to the Lions. Bad pass for Brillion, and Kiel has a lead 15-14 here in set 2. Raiders got to hold on to this momentum now. They lead by 1. Rothy's starting this rally here for the Raiders. All the momentum shifting to Kiel. Here's Ava Rothy. Service once again. Sends it to the back row. Lions barely get it over. Wempner to Ava Rothy. McDowell on the strike. Tipped by the Lions. Stays in bounds. Hedrick. I thought it was 4 touches, but Lions get it over on 3. Ava Rothy. Tip shot from Elizabeth Niles. H's block up front from Brockway and McDowell. Raiders get a big point.
So
16-14 our score.
Couple points on that. The block doesn't count as a touch, so that's why it's not 4. And then their libero went underneath the net on that one.
Timeout Lions. Raiders lead at 16-14 here in set number 2. With over 15 years of experience, Dynamic Heating and Cooling prides themselves on providing fast and friendly heating and cooling repair, maintenance, and installation services to Sheboygan, Manitowoc, and Calumet counties. Don't let weather impact your comfort. Call 920-838-5599 to let them come to your temperature rescue. Dynamic Heating and Cooling, a proud supporter of Raider Athletics. 14-16 our score here in set number 2. Raiders were down big, but now lead with 2 points. Approaching the red zone here in the second set of action. Brillion forced to use their first timeout of the match.
And this is what you need. You need the momentum and the energy. Kiel never gives up. They stay on top of it, and they keep fighting through, which is one thing you never see. These girls don't turn away from each other. They fight as a family.
And now, which is huge, is the Raiders now get service after the Brillion timeout to kind of reset mentally, get things back on track. But now the ball in the Raiders' court. Here's the service from Ava Rothy. 16-14 our score. Brillion not able to get it over the net, and the Raiders will take a nice 17th point of the set.
And Ava's a pretty calm server, so she knew that one had to be over and in after a timeout.
Yeah, just the experience as a senior. You know this is a big game. Just got to make the simple plays. Brilliant mistakes on their end. 18-14 our score. Raiders really got to pull away here. Four-point lead for the Raiders. Largest lead they have tonight. Averoldi from the far side. Sends it to the libero Miller. Lions just get it over. A break for them. Defensively, Niles. McDowell. Miller. Sends it to the back row to Wempner and Rothy. Averoldi to McDowell. A little tip shot. McDowell keeps it in play. Maya Rothy's got to get it over. She will. Sends it to the back row. H's to Tam. Maya Rothy reception error, and the Brillion Lions get a much-needed 15th point of the set.
That was a good volley. I do think Maddie McDowell needs to mix up her shots a little more. She's kind of going to that roll shot a little too often, and that tip, I kind of wanted to see her bring it.
Yeah. Service from the Lions gives it to Wempner. The kill from Carter Miller. Right on the head of the Raiders at 16-18 Kiel.
Fortunately, that's a second overpass I think that Mary gave them. And
yeah,
like I said, you got to kind of look out and
Miller just
yourself.
right there
Yes.
to eat it up, and that is how they get their 16th point of the set. Wempner almost did it again. Elizabeth Niles. Tip shot. Miller up the chute. Lions get it over. Wempner to Rothy to Niles. Just a little too strong, and the Lions are back within 1.
Kiel was pleading for a touch on that one, but I think it did miss the block.
17-18 our score. Here's service right to the libero, Maya Rothy. Ava Rothy to Brockway, who gets a kill. Big point for the Raiders. 19-17 in set 2.
That's a great play because it's a quick set in the middle, but she's not hitting directly out of the middle. She kind of comes off a little, so then the blocker's not there.
Maya Rothy now here from the near side. Sends one cross court to Carter Miller. Lions able to keep it in play, but it'll go point Raiders, and they are in the red zone. 20-17 our score.
I do notice their strategy is serving Miller. So when Miller's out there, they're trying to serve her because she's not the best passer.
Maya Rothy, Raiders hold on to a 3-point lead. They send it to Madeline Milner. H's to Carter Miller. Raiders get the point. 21-17 our score. Raiders looking to pull away and tie this match 1-1. Maya Rothy sends it. Nice service from Maya Rothy. 22-17. Raiders 3 points away from a second set victory. Here's the sophomore Rothy. Once again, service responsibilities. Sends it to Miller, the libero. Schnell. Lions get the point. They are within 4.
Brockway got a touch on that, but like I said last night, you got to turn your hands into the court so they can't tool you. And now you got to deal with Emma Shue in the front row, their big middle.
It'll be service responsibilities for Miller. Lions are within 4. Wempner with a nice dig. Ava Rothy to Emma Niles, blocked. Goes out of bounds. Raiders get the point. They are 2 points away from set 2.
That was a great hit by the sophomore Emma because she saw the blocker's hands facing out of bounds, just tooled her.
Yep. Sydney Crom looking to put set 2 away for the Raiders. 23-18 our score. Sends one to Carter Miller. Gets it over on 1. Maya Rothy to Emma Niles with a nice hit. 24-18 our score. Raiders a point away. One point away. 24-18 our score. Raiders looking for the 1-1 tie here in the match. Hale to Miller, gets it over to Maya Rothy. Ava Rothy, backwards pass. Miller to Shue. Sydney Crom, nice dig, keeps it alive. Maya Rothy sends one to Emma Niles. Roll shot for Niles. Schnell up top for the big Emma Shue, and they get a point. It's 19-24.
That's what we call a 1 ball. There are positions above the net. 1 is closest to the net, then you get 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the 1 ball is real quick. It's coming out of the setter's hand, and she puts it down.
Here's the service from Tam. Raiders a point away. Crom to Ava Rothy. Elizabeth Niles. Gutchow gets it over on 2. H's. Nice dig from Maya Rothy, but can't keep it in bounds. 20-24 our score. Cora Tam trying to crawl themselves back here in set 2. Raiders itching for the last point. Crom to Ava Rothy. Gutchow with a nice swing. H's to Carter Miller. Elizabeth Niles. Maya Rothy passes one to Elizabeth Niles with the kill to end set 2. 25-20. From set 2, the Raiders tie it up. And we are entering set number 3. You're listening to high school girls volleyball here on Kiel Raider Radio.
Most other things in life, the key to achieving your long-term financial objectives is preparation. Your goal may be to protect your family during your working years or guarantee your own retirement security. These things won't happen by accident. It is important to map out a strategy that will help you meet those goals. The good news is that it is never too late to start. Of course, preparing your financial future can be intimidating. Luckily, you do not have to do it alone. Putting your strategy into action starts with a simple phone call to your local New York Life agent, Todd Olick. You can find Todd on the 300 block of Fremont Street in Kiel. Todd brings knowledge and expertise to help families and businesses in Kiel and surrounding communities achieve financial success. He looks forward to seeing you soon. Go Raiders. Go Kiel Raiders. Premier Financial Credit Union proudly supports our hometown teams. With offices in Kiel, New Holsting, and Chilton, Premier Financial Credit Union is your hometown community credit union. To learn more about the credit union difference, please visit yourpfcu.com.
This is the story about a little empathy. No matter where little empathy looked, it just couldn't find its place in the world. Which was sad, because it had so much to give. Then one day, little empathy made a friend. And the friend took it somewhere it would always be useful and appreciated. Welcome to a place where healthcare is all about caring. Amplify Health. A little empathy changes everything.
At Parker John's, we do barbecue the right way, from tender pulled pork to slow smoked brisket.
That's what I'm talking about.
Not in the mood for barbecue? Our stone-fired pizzas are baked to perfection. Looking to wet your whistle? We've got great craft beers, signature cocktails, and loaded Bloody Marys. Parker John's is a family-friendly place to have a smoking good time. So whether you're here for all-you-can-eat nights or just a great meal, we're bringing the smoking good flavor 7 days a week. Come on down, we can't wait to have you.
Parker John's.
With over 15 years of experience, Dynamic Heating and Cooling pride themselves on providing fast and friendly heating and cooling repair, maintenance, and installation services through Sheboygan, Manitowoc, and Calumet counties. Don't let weather impact your comfort. Call 920-838-5599 to let them come to your temperature rescue. Dynamic Heating and Cooling proudly supports your Kiel.
2-1. Welcome back to Kiel High School. We are set for set number 3 here in the EWC conference opener for high school girls volleyball. Brillion taking the first set 25-17, and the Raiders responding really well. They were down half of that second set, but able to crawl themselves back and take set number 2 25-20, the final. So that is where we are square, 1-1 apiece. This is going to be a huge set number 3. Joy, what have you enjoyed so far?
I think one thing that kept Kiel in that one is their serving. They backed off a little in the first set. They weren't serving as tough, but second set they just gave her, as you say in volleyball, and they were serving hard and they weren't letting anything go. And there were a couple more rallies. It wasn't as one-sided. So I do want to apologize. If this goes the way it's been going, I swear at one of these points I'm going to yell into the mic, so just be ready. Hopefully nobody's working and listening.
Right.
Yeah.
It's okay. The emotion gets to all of us.
Yeah.
I was going to say something. Oh, yeah, so it's really been the mental mistakes for both teams, just the reception errors, service errors here and there for Kiel and Brillion. So cleaning that up in the third set is really going to be a big factor in who wins this third set. Ava Rowley to start set number 3. We are underway. She sends one to Emma Shu. H's. Shu sends it over. Maya Rowley hit from Elizabeth Niles. Lions on the return. Here's the big hit from Van Camp, and the Lions take set number 1, or point number 1, excuse me. Now the service will go to the Lions. It's going to be H's, sending one to Maya Rowley. Ava Rowley puts one up for Elizabeth Niles. Beautiful placement, but hits out of bounds.
Kiel really wanted to touch on that one. I think I did see it on the outside blocker.
And it looks like it might have been in maybe from here too, but line judge says it's out. So the point is going to officially go to the Lions. 2-0 our score. Here's the service once again from Aikshis. She sends a flyer to Mary Wempner, and the Lions get 3 straight to start set number 3. (3-0) our score. Aikshis with service once again. She's got a great, powerful serve. Maya Rowley, Ava Rowley. Elizabeth Niles can't get it over the net, and the Lions take a 4-0 lead here in set 3. Aikshis starting this streak for the Lions. They lead 4-0. Here's her service once again. Can't get it over the net. Another service error for the Lions, and the Raiders get their first point of set 3.
Wondering if there's something with each side of the court. Kiel just seemed to function a little better.
Right.
On this side.
There have been a bunch of service errors, like I mentioned before. Maya Rowley sends one to the other libero, Madeline Miller. Here's the hit from Van Camp. Ava Rowley to Elizabeth Niles. Little roll shot, and the Raiders get their second point of set 3. 4-2 our score.
That was a great set by Ava to find the back hitter because the blocker wasn't over there yet because they switch in the front row. So it was a great find.
The senior knowledge coming in hand for Elizabeth Niles. Here's service from Maya Rowley. Miller keeps it in. Lions get it over. can't keep it in bounds, and the Raiders are within 1. Myerly from the far side. Service error for her, and it's 5-3. Now Ava Van Camp, the junior, is going to take over for the Lions. They hold on to a 2-point lead. Here in set 3, 1-1 our score. Here's the service from her, sends one to Wempner. Ava Rothy to Emma Niles. Lions working to keep it in. Miscommunication from the Lions, and the Raiders get a point.
That's a worst feeling. One of your teammates hustles to get that ball up, and then it drops in the middle of 3 of them looking at each other.
Absolutely. Yeah, they did a phenomenal job keeping it inside and just all surrounded in a little circle there. You see, none of them talked. Miscommunication, and the Raiders are within a point. Sydney Crom, service from the near side. She sends one to Shu. Miller back to Shu. Flings it over. Ava Rothy to Elizabeth Niles. Nice dig from Van Camp. Lions too many touches, and the Raiders get their 5th point. We are tied 5-5 apiece. Sydney Crom, the senior, near side. Now officially stepping into your screen, Carter Miller sends it to Emma Shu. Ceiling plays a factor there. Carter Miller sends it over. Sydney Crom to Ava Rothy. Gutchow with a nice swing. His to Carter Miller. Block up front. Raiders can't keep their hands in, and the Lions break the tie at 6-5.
Yeah, just didn't close the block tight enough on that one.
Yep.
I noticed Kiel's really dominate in that rotation when the Lions have those 3 in the back row.
Service now from the libero, Junior Miller. Here she is, center of the back line. Sends one to Elizabeth Niles, keeps it in play. Ava Rothy, Gutchow sends it over. Nice block up front from Niles and Gutchow. Another nice block from Niles and Gutchow. Lions, spike from Shu. 2 blocks from the Raiders, but the Lions get a big kill, and it's 7-5.
That was a smart choice by the setter for the Lions, bringing the quick ball in the middle. So after 2 blocks, you got to run it quick then.
We've got a close set number 3, 7-5 our score. Miller with service responsibilities once again. Elizabeth Niles, Ava Rothy sets one for Gutchow. Nice dig from Ava Rothy, but the Raiders not able to get it over. It's 8-5. The libero, Madeline Miller, starting this rally here for the Lions. They lead it by 3 here in set 3. She sends one to Crom. Maya Rothy plays one up in the air for Gutchow. Sends it cross court, inbounds. 8-6 our score. Beautiful placement from Gutchow there on the swing. And a big 6th point in the set for the Raiders. Elizabeth Niles from the near side. She sends one to the libero Miller. H's to Shu. Nice dig from Crom. Elizabeth Niles cross court to Emma Niles. She tips one over the net. Emma Shu puts one up in the air. It's Tam to send it to Crom. Ava Rothy to Gutchow. Nice swing. Shu, beautiful kill. Point goes to the Lions.
And Maddie Gutchow was a little late getting back from her slide play on the outside to throw up a block there. So
I did notice they knocked down the slide play, which was good. She got a nice swing out of it. Here's service from Cora Tam. Maya Rothy plays one up in the air. Ava Rothy to Niles. Nice swing from up front. That was Shu, I believe. And the Lions are in double digits. 10-6 our score here in set 3. Cora Tam, the senior, from the far side, comes into your screen. Elizabeth Niles, Ava Rothy, cross court to Gutchow. Big swing. Can't keep it within the candy canes. Point goes to the Lions. Cora Tam starting a Brillion Lions run here in set 3. They lead by 5. Maya Rothy to Ava Rothy. Emma Niles can't keep it in bounds. Out of bounds. 12-6 our score. Lions starting to pull away here in set 3. Service from Tam. From the far side, Crom. Gutchow. Places one up in the air. Roll shot for Rothy. Hit from her. Aitchis to Carter Miller. And 13-6 our score. Raiders forced to take a timeout here in set 3. 13-6 our score. The key to achieving your long-term financial objectives is preparation. Putting your strategy into action starts with a simple phone call to your local New York Life agent, Todd Oleg. You can find Todd on the 300 block of Fremont Street in Kiel. He looks forward to seeing you soon. Go Raiders. We are in set number 3 here from Kiel High School. 13-6 our score in the third. 1-1 even tie in the match. Joy, it's been a great game. Brillion starting to pull away here in set 3, but the Raiders definitely showing life, and they are definitely worthy of coming back.
Yeah, I was going to say, Kiel actually looks a little lethargic right now. Just kind of the passes and the energy's not there that it was on this when they were on this side of the court. So hopefully they can pick it up, make it a close match, and then take it to 4.
Absolutely. We would love to see a fifth set thriller here from Kiel High School.
And that fifth set goes quick.
It
to
does.
15. Yep.
Yeah, that is right. Yep. It'll be a great fifth set if we get to it. After the Raider timeout, 13-6 our score. Lions leading by 7.
We have just a little delay where Ava Rothy was talking to the officials. She might have seen something that the Lions were doing. Maybe it's the sets. I noticed a couple sets out of number 11, Reina Yechis. Is that how you?
Aitchis.
There
yeah.
you go.
Yep.
Out of her hands. Came out a little sloppy, but they haven't been calling it. So maybe that's what she was talking about.
Every point's going to matter here tonight. Here's the service from Tam. Crom up to Rothy. Ava Rothy to Gutchow. Block up front. See what they call. Raiders get the point. 4 touches for the Lions. 13-7 our score. Now service for the sophomore Emma Niles. Steps in, sends one to Van Camp. Emma Shue, great block up front for Rothy and Gutchow. 13-8 our score. They've had a few great blocks, and that is super crucial in a game like this. And it's been Gutchow and Rothy and Niles too.
Yeah, big front row there.
Miller, Van Camp trying to get it over. Sealing plays. Aitchis gets it over for the Lions. Raiders on the return. Elizabeth Niles plays to Van Camp. Aitchis to Miller. Ava Rothy puts one up for Gutchow. Nice swing. Can't keep it in bounds. I had a nice foot trap. That was nice. A lot of soccer skills coming into action. Coming right towards us here courtside. Nevertheless, the Lions get the point. It's 14-8.
You can tell I'm the volleyball player. I went with the hand.
Yep.
You went with the foot.
Yep. I knew it was coming right under my legs here. Got some delay, maybe some mess here on the court, looks like.
Maybe a little condensation from sweat.
Yeah, absolutely. Service will be from Kara Hedrick. Ava Rothy sends one cross court to McDowell. Just a little bit out of bounds. And the Lions will get the point. It's 15-8.
That clearly went off the blocker's hand and out of bounds, so I am not sure what the officials were looking at there.
15-8 our score. Emma Shue, Kara Hedrick with service. Elizabeth Niles keeps it in. Nice job. McDowell sends one way back to the back row. Aitchis. Lions just barely get it over. Ava Rothy We have a whistle. Point will go to the Raiders. It's 15-9.
And you know how in baseball sometimes umpires have what's called a makeup call?
Yeah.
That is what that was right there.
What was it?
They called net on Brillion. They could have been in the net, but that previous play should have been Kiel's ball.
Gutchow sends one to the back row. Lions thought it was going out, but keeps it inside the lines. 15-10 our score here in set 3. Raiders really crawling themselves back into this one. They were down big here in this set 3, so as well as the second set, and they came back to win that. Looking to do the same here now. Nice service again from Gutchow. 15-11 our score. Ace for the Raiders.
That's a great spot to serve because like we talked about last night, you got the freshmen back there. The nerves are probably all over the place. You got the Kiel student section yelling.
Another service from Gutchow here on the near side. She sends one to Olivia Van Camp. A swing and a point for the Lions. That coming from the junior Emma Shue. She's been big tonight.
I do notice the Brillion setter doesn't tip a lot, but I guess when you have those big hitters in the front row, you kind of don't have to mix that in. So if she were to throw one in, it probably would catch the Raiders off guard, but hopefully she just keeps going to her hitters. We're ready for that.
Here's Emma Shue from the far side. Out of bounds, too much on it, and the Raiders with their 12th point of set 3. Here's Ava Rothy from the near side. 16-12 our score. She sends it to the libero, Madeline Miller. Schnell, cross court, out of bounds, and the Raiders are within 3. Ava Rothy once again with service here from the near side. They're within 3. Raiders looking to tie this thing up. H's. Big swing from Van Camp. Raiders looking to return. Ava Rothy with a beautiful placement. Splits the defense, and it's 16-14. Right in the middle of everyone. Beautifully placed. And the Raiders are within 2.
And the timing on that was perfect because he had the Brillion Lions back on defense.
Ava Rothy, 2-point lead for the Lions. She sends one to Olivia Van Camp. H's over on 2. Ava Rothy puts one up for Elizabeth Niles. Can't get it over the net. And the Lions are up 3.
Just might have heard me that I said she doesn't tip often, so she went with the jump back set, but didn't catch Kiel off guard.
Service from Schnell. Maya Rothy gets it over on 1. H's to Schnell. Beautifully placed inside the lines, and the Lions have a 4-point lead. 18-14. Back and forth here in set 3. Maya Rothy to Ava Rothy. Backwards pass. McDowell with a nice swing. Lions able to get it over. Ava Rothy puts one up again for Niles. Beautifully placed. Beautiful kill for the Raiders. 18-15 our score.
That's the Emma Niles we love. She puts it down. She admitted she had a little bit of an off night last night, so I think she's kind of making up for it tonight.
Elizabeth?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Elizabeth said she just couldn't find it, and now she's finding it.
In a big game, Maya Rothy dig from Miller. This big swing for the Lions. Too much on it. That being Ava Van Camp, and the Raiders are back within 2. Maya Rothy from the far side. Sophomore libero. Looking to get this thing even closer. I believe Shue thought it was going to hit the basketball hoop here, but just hit it incorrectly. Now the Raiders are within 1. Kind of just threw her off. Brillion going to force to take a timeout. Each team has 1 left here as we finish set number 3. 18-17 our score. This has been a fun game, competitive 3 sets here. We're getting closer and closer to concluding this third one. Raiders have worked to get it back within 1, but really it has been the Lions leading the whole way.
Yeah, and at this point in the match, it's where you can see which team has worked on their conditioning, because as it's early in the season still, so when you're going into those 4-setters, 5-setters, you really got to get a team out there who's been conditioned. And I know personally from being at Kiel's practice, they do a lot of conditioning, but sometimes fatigue plays a little factor, and you'll see that probably if in the next set, and if we do go 5, it's really who guts it out the best at the end.
You got to give the Raiders a lot of credit. Brillion has been leading all 3 of these sets, to be honest, but the Raiders have really crawled themselves back into all 3 of these sets, and we're tied 1-1, and they're here within 1 here in set number 3. So the Raiders down by a singular point. Maya Rowley to try to tie things up. Sends one to Madeline Miller. H's up the shoot to Shu. Emma Niles beautifully jobbed keeping it in bounds. H's up to beautiful block from Brockway. Raiders get a huge point. We are tied 18-18.
That was beautiful. Emma Niles goes almost over the scoreboard to bring that one back into play.
Yeah, Emma Niles keeping it in bounds, and that huge block from Brockway really gave the Raiders that point, and like that, we are tied at 18.
Great serve.
Maya Rowley sends one right back to Madeline Miller. Cross court, Emma Niles sends one to Madeline Miller. Shu gets it over for the Lions. Mary Wempner, Ava Rowley, backwards pass to Niles. Miller's, H's. Big swing from Van Camp. Attempted dig from Wempner, and the Lions break the 18-18 tie.
That's hard when Wempner goes down to dig that. You got to pop right back up because it's going to come back normally.
19-18 Lions now take over on service. It'll be Ava Van Camp. Mary Wempner called it off. Pass was to nobody. And a 2-point lead for Brillion. Ava Van Camp. Service from the far side. They lead by 2. Beautifully placed on the service. Lions lead by 3.
That was a great serve, great spot. Nobody was ready. They were kind of expecting the topspin serve.
21-18 our score here in set 3. Raiders work to tie this thing in 18, but it's been 3 straight for the Lions. Here's the serve from Van Camp. Sends it to Emma Niles. Maya Rowley puts one in the air back to Emma Niles. A little too weak, can't get over the net. And the Lions lead by 4. Back and forth we go in set 3. We're tied, then the Lions starting to stretch this thing apart. Service from Van Camp. Nice dig from Maya Rowley. Mary Wempner puts one up by the net. Lions can't get it over. And Raiders are within 3. Brockway and Wempner will check out for the Raiders. I feel like there haven't been too many substitutions for Brillion in this game. Would you agree?
No, they keep a pretty steady lineup.
Yeah. Here's the service from the senior Crom. Breezes one over the net. The spike from Gutchow. Works, pays off, and we are within 2, 22-20 here in set 3.
And this is a rotation that the Lions struggled in with passing. You got Miller in the back row and Shu, and then you got Van Camp as well, and they just haven't, this is the one where they struggled.
Big swing from Gutchow gets them their 20th point. They're in the red zone. Lions, another big swing from Gutchow. Raiders are within 1. (22-21). Brillion leading by a singular point. What a tight set 3 we have had. Sydney Crom sends it over to the Lions. H's to Carter Miller. Can't get it over the net. And the Raiders are tied 22-22 apiece.
I got a timeout coming up for the Lions.
Timeout Lions, their final of the set. 22-22 our score. Our Raider broadcasts are proudly supported by Craig Benversi, your Dairyland seed dealer. Now with Alforix Alfalfa and Lacrosse seed, KB Seeds is your local Dairyland seed dealer with corn, beans, silage, and DLF seed dealer of the top-of-the-line alfalfa. Craig Benversi, 920-207-0830. Contact him for all your corn, soybeans, alfalfa, silage, and grass needs. 22-22 our score here in set number 3 from Kiel High School. It's the Lions and the Raiders to open up the conference stretch for girls volleyball in the 2025 campaign. Don't get me wrong, the first and second sets have been really competitive, but this has been the closest score-wise third set we've had tonight.
Yeah, and like I mentioned before, you can tell fatigue is becoming a little bit of a factor because on that last one, Miller just didn't get a high enough swing and hit it right into the net. So now you're going to see which team brought it, which team prepared the hardest.
It's going to be an intense final third set. The Raiders are going to start it tied at 22 apiece. Sydney Crom will start things off after the Brillion timeout. Crom sends one to Shu. Backwards pass from H's. Lions working to get it over. Raiders get the point. Net violation, and we break the 22-22 tie. Raiders 2 points away. (23-22). Raiders itching for a big third set victory. Sydney Crom sends it to the back row to Shu. H's to Van Camp. Crom with the nice dig. Over on one, the Lions go. Ava Rothy sends one to Emma Niles. Blocked up front. Carter Miller getting it over him. We're back tied at 23 this time.
You could tell she took some off of that and just found Gutschow's hands and hit it off him out of bounds.
Now it'll be the junior Madeline Miller to take over. We are tied at 23 in set 3. Sends one to Crom. Another nice dig for the senior. Ava Rowley to Gutchow to Van Camp. H's up to Carter Miller. Nice kill for Miller. Breaks the 23-23 tie. Lions are 1 point away. Raiders got to play some defense here. Down by 1. Madeline Miller. Service to Crom. Another nice dig. Ava Rothy. Tip shot. Hits the net. Netting violation. And the Lions are going to take a big set number 3 here from Kiel High School. End of 3. You're listening to high school girls volleyball here on Kiel Raider Radio.
House-made craft beers and cocktails in our newly renovated tap room, brew house, and event hall. With over 14 craft beers and cocktails now on tap, Yard 65 Brewery is a family-friendly venue that is perfect for afternoons on the patio, evenings out, or as an event space for weddings, meetings, and celebrations of all sizes. Stop in to experience the historical charm of the Yard 65 Brewery in downtown Kiel. Follow us on Facebook for updates on current beer offerings and specials. Yard 65 Brewery in Kiel.
Looking to replace the living room floor? Do you want to update the bathroom, switching to hardwood, or are you installing carpet? Signature Flooring & More has you covered. Their showroom is for everyone from flooring installers to DIYers. Find the flooring you need to complete your new kitchen or an updated bathroom by visiting Signature Flooring & More, located next to Dollar General in Kiel. Signature Flooring has you covered from installation to selection to tool rental. Call Ryan today at 920-286-6041 for all of your flooring needs. Stop in at Mike's Kiel Lounge, the coolest bar in town with a bird's eye view of the river. Open every day at noon except Tuesdays at 1:30. Stop in for some great food and drinks and check out our daily specials. On Monday, enjoy half-price appetizers. On Tuesday, cheeseburgers and fries. Wednesday, indulge on chili cheese fries. On Thursdays, brat patties and poppers. And on Fridays, enjoy mini tacos and chicken wings. Right next to the post office in Kiel, visit Mike's Kiel Lounge. Are you looking for someone to build you, your new house, or maybe remodel your old aging home? Maybe you need some small work done like installing a storm door or a new window. Those little home improvements that you just can't find the time for, or maybe you just don't know how. If interested, give us a call at 920-894-7507 or shoot us an email at albrightagainllc@yahoo.com. Jobs big or small, call Albright Again Home Improvements for all your home improvement needs.
At Drexel Building Supply, our mission is to supply happiness. And with that, we are committed to finding the best team members supporting the local builder and maximizing profits to do Jesus' work here on earth. From lumber and trusses to cabinets and doors, let us be organized on your behalf for your next project. Visit us at 274 Cemetery Road in Kiel or give us a call at 866-328-2583.
Welcome back to Kiel High School. We are getting set for set number 4 here from Kiel High School. Possibly the first 4th set for Kiel Raider Radio girls, high school girls volleyball. That North Fond du Lac game probably went to 3. I can confirm, or maybe someone on the Facebook can confirm for us.
North Fond du Lac, they swept.
2 years ago?
Well, they swept them this year.
Okay.
So I don't know if
Yeah, I was talking about 2 years ago when we had our first one.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I wonder if they maybe swept them too, but if someone knows the answer to that, I'm really interested. Tune into the Facebook, let us know. Got Mr. Miller, Dawn Mankey, Tammy Stahl, Sue Rothy listening in. We appreciate you. We are getting set for what's going to be a great 4th set. The Lions took a great 3rd set, possibly our best set of the night there in that previous set. And 2-1 is our score entering the 4th. Service to begin for H's. Ava Rowley cross court to Maddie McDowell. H's up to Van Camp. Raiders on the return. McDowell to H's. Miller to the other side. Maya Rowley. Ava Rowley sets one up for Elizabeth Niles. Reception error for H's. And the Raiders take the first point of set number 4.
It's a great sign for Liz hitting out of the back row and getting the great top spin on it and putting it down inbounds.
Good first point rally we see here in the 4th set. Now it'll be Ava Rowley for service duties. H's to Van Camp. Mary Wempner with a big dig over on 1. H's backcourt goes Hedrick. Ava Rowley cross court to McDowell. Tipped by the Lions up front, and the Raiders lead 2-0.
Seems like Maddie McDowell's having a little bit of a quieter night. I don't think you've called her name a lot, so I'd like to see her kind of bring it a little more in this set.
Absolutely. She's a big threat up front, and they're going to need that here in this 4th set. Ava Rowley to Madeline Miller. H's up the shoot to Schnell up front. Name we haven't said too much. The block up front from Tam, and Schnell gets tipped. Nobody home for the Lions, and the Raiders have a 3-0 lead. The Raiders can get a big lead here in set 4. That would be big. Ava Rowley, nice service. Great dig from the Lions. Ava Rowley backwards pass to Elizabeth Niles. Big swing from the senior. Raiders lead by 4. $4-0 lead here for the Raiders. Ava Rowley sends it to the Lions. They get it over on 1. Niles puts one up in the air. Cross court to McDowell. Little tip shot for the senior. Wempner gets it over on 1. Out of bounds. The Lions go 5 straight for the Raiders to start set number 4. (5-0) our score. Rowley with the service once again. Finds Miller, the libero. Lions cannot get it over. Raiders have 6 straight points. This starts set 4. They're looking great.
There's got to be something about that side. That just any team that's over there, they start slow. They make kind of inconsistent errors.
Right. Well, the Raiders will take a 6 straight points any day of the week against a great team of Brillion. Wempner, Rowley to Elizabeth Niles. Niles has had some great swings here in this 4th set. Brockway gets a kill. 7-0 our score.
Wasn't the hardest hit, but in the books it'll look like a line drive.
Lions forced to take a timeout. 7 straight to start the set number 4. Lions have 1 remaining. Wow, 7 straight to start the set. Huge for the Raiders. A lot of momentum. And really, I'd say maybe half of these points have been mistakes off the Lions, just simply.
Yeah, miscommunication in the front row on that last play. The setter kind of wanted to push the hitter out, but she jumped early. And like I said, there's just that kind of little bit of yips on that side of the court where they can't get it up, can't get it in system.
Well, Dr. Ebert is blocking the scoreboard right now. He's standing right by the huddle cam. Do you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Blocking the scoreboard on the bottom left of your screen. Luckily, we have ours. Got an exciting fan up there.
It's not rocking the letter jacket tonight.
Oh, yeah, that's a classic outfit of his. Well, at least we got a score on our screen, you know. And it's even there, they see it. It's kind of like tilted lower of the scoreboard. If he moves, you can see, but
He's
can't
just
completely see the numbers either.
just fame hungry. He wants that camera time.
Right. Here's Averoli. Seven straight points for the Raiders to start set number 4. Aitchis to Van Camp. A beautiful kill and a much-needed kill for the Lions. They get their first point of set 4.
Yeah, they needed that right there.
Finally on the board here in the 4th set of action here from Kiel High School. Now you see Dr. Ebert on your screen.
I was going to say, I think someone texted him to move.
Maybe. I wonder, yeah. Here's service for the Lions. Service error goes down for Van Camp, and it's 8-1 Kiel. She's going to get right subbed out, and Peyton Hale is going to check in for the Lions, the senior. Her first time getting reps in this game tonight. Maiaroli sending one to the libero Miller. Aitchis up to Schnell. A little too much juice on it. And the Raiders lead a commanding 9-1 score in set 4.
And I think that substitution's probably just to get a little fresh legs out there, fresh arm.
Maiaroli from the near side sends it cross court. Reception error from the senior Carter Miller. Raiders are in the double digits. They lead a commanding 10-1.
And this is a rotation where the Lions struggle. When they have Miller as a passing option, you can see the Raiders are really going to her.
Maiaroli from the near side. Nice dig from Miller. Raiders with a big block again up front, and they get the point. It's 11-1. Blocking has been huge these last 2 sets, I would say. It wasn't as big in the first and second, but it's been really crucial in the 3rd and 4th. Maiaroli cross court, can't keep it in bounds, so the Lions will only get their 2nd point of the 4th set.
That was a great spot. If she could have just found the court on that.
11-2 our score. Service from the Lions. A little too much on it, and the Raiders hold a 10-point lead. Another mistake and another service error for the Lions.
Yeah, those are killer.
Well, the Raiders take this set here, would tie things 2-2, and then it would be a dramatic, lightning fast, as you said before, 5th set. And that would be huge for either team. It decides the game. Crom, service now for the Raiders. Carter Miller with a dig. Aitchis up to Shu with a big kill for the Lions. Much needed one, and they're back within single digits.
Yeah, Raiders, again, just didn't seal the block on that one. Big opening.
A few times they've had that tonight, too, but they've also had some great blocks up front that make up for it.
Yes.
Lions, Crom. Averoli sets one up to Elizabeth Niles. She's had some great swings these past few sets, and our score is back 13-3, back to a 10-point lead for Kiel. Elizabeth Niles, service from the far side for the Raiders. Here it is. Dig from Miller. Aitchis goes over on 2. Just a lucky hit, honestly. Raiders weren't ready, and it's 4-13.
Yeah, sometimes those sloppy plays score, and it's always frustrating.
Carter Miller, the senior, is going to check out for the Raiders. Kara Hedrick's going to get service responsibilities here in the fourth set, trailing by 9. From the near side, here it is. Way too much on it, goes out of bounds. Another service error for the Lions, 14-4 our score. Maya Rodi, the libero, is going to check out for the Raiders. Coming back in is going to be McDowell. Emma Niles to Miller. Shu gets it over to the back row to Emma Niles. Ava Rodi puts one up perfectly for McDowell. Miller to Aitchis. Emma Niles. Ava Rodi puts one up for Gutschall. Blocked up front. Raiders trying to keep it in bounds. They will not. And the point goes to Brillion.
That's a hard one. She just brought it up out of the net, which is good, but hit it a little too far out of bounds.
Service now from the junior Emma Shu. Middle blocker for the Lions. From the near side. Left side of your screen. Coming into screen soon. Service error again for Brillion. 15-5 our score. Kiel leads by 10 in the double digits. Brockway coming back in for the senior Crom. Getting some great minutes tonight along with Wepner. She's been great. We saw Gardner get some good minutes last night, and really it's been Wepner and now Crom stepping up. Crom also got good minutes last night as well. Miller, H's. Nice little roll shot for Ava Van Camp, and it's 6-15.
That was a smart shot for the junior. She saw nobody was over there covering, so just rolled it over there.
15-6. We are in set number 4 here from Kiel High School. It'll be H's now on service duties for the Lions. Here it is. Nice dig from Meyer Rothy. Brockway tried to go over on 2. McDowell can't get it on 3, and it's 7-15. Service once again from H's. Sends it to the cross court from her spot. Reception here from Wempner. It's going to go down for a point for Brillion. H's starting a little run for the Lions. Here it is again from the near side. Wempner this time gets the dig. Meyeroli puts one up for McDowell with a big swing, big kill. Give credit to Meyeroli on that, setting up McDowell perfectly, and it's 8-16.
That was a great adjustment by McDowell. That set was in because it wasn't coming from Ava Rothy. She just swung right through the middle of the block.
Ava Rothy now from the far side. Raiders hold an 8-point lead. Madeline Miller, H's, up to Tam. Brockway to McDowell, who tips it over. Lions can't get it over the nets, and the Raiders have a 9-point lead.
That was a smart shot again by McDowell. She found the hands and they weren't sealed over, so she just pushed it into the hands and down.
Little miscommunication from Brockway and McDowell, but it ended up working out, and they hold a 9-point lead. Miller to H's. Backwards pass, a huge swing from Van Camp. It's going to go down as a Kiel point. Did you see what happened?
Yeah, they called net on the Raiders.
Net on the Raiders, okay.
Yeah, although it looked like it was Ava Van Camp who hit the net
Swung,
on the follow-through,
yeah.
But the down officials saw it as the Raider net.
Gotcha. They have the best view in the house, so officials call it a net violation on the Raiders. 17-9 our score. Ava Rothy over on 2. Carter Miller. Nice dig from Maya Rothy to McDowell. Little reset shot out of bounds, and it's 10-17. Lions in the double digits for the first time in set 4. Maya Rothy, Mary Wempner. Niles going to have to go over. She does. Van Camp to H's. Up the shoot. A big swing from Schnell. And the Lions starting to crawl themselves back in this set 4. They're down only 6.
That was another quick in the middle, so Kiel's got to get up there, close that block.
Yeah, beautifully executed for the Lions. Big swing up the chute. Nice dig from Niles. Brockway tried to go over on 2, block up front for the Lions, and it's 12-17. Van Camp, service from the near side to Elizabeth Niles. Ava Roldy, reset shot for McDowell. Van Camp. Carter Miller sends one to Wempner. Ava Roldy puts a high one for McDowell. High swing. McDowell once again. Line judge calls it out of bounds. Point is going to go to the Raiders. They recorrected it. So the Raiders get the point. It's now 18-12.
Yeah, the up official on that has final call. Even if the line judge calls it out, he had it in back corner, and so did I. I know my opinion doesn't matter here, but...
Right, yeah. The officials are the final call. 18-12 our score here in set 4. Maya Roldy now, service from the near side of your screen. She comes into screen, sends one to the libero, Madeline Miller. Carter Miller, big swing, a better block up front for the Raiders. Aitches over on 2, Brockway's right there for the block. Brillion on the response. Miller tipped by Brockway. Emma Niles sends it to the back row to Hale. Raiders on the return. Ava Rulli, backwards pass to Elizabeth Niles. Block from Brillion. Can't get it. Great rally there. Brillion ending with the point. It's 13-18.
Those are hard balls to get up when they come that hard off the block. You got to keep your back row back further on those, and sometimes the tendency is to creep up to the front row.
18-13 our score here in set 4. Brillion working themselves back into this set. Brockway, a little tip shot, out of bounds, Brillion, and the Raiders get the point. 19-13 our score.
That was such a smart play by Brockway. The entire defense for the Lions was back expecting the hard hit, and she just tipped it right over the blocker where nobody was.
You see her little sinister smile after she did it.
Yeah, she knew right away. I think she saw it on a previous play, and she thought she went to it on that one.
Crom sends one to Hale, out of bounds, and the Raiders are in the red zone. 20-13, they're back to a 7-point lead.
And this is a rotation where the Lions struggle when they have Miller over there as a possible passer.
Raiders looking to take set 4 and tie things up 2-2 apiece. Entering the 5th. Sydney Crom, service responsibilities now. Sends one to Miller, who sends one out of bounds. Reception error, and the Raiders have an 8-point lead. Eight-point lead here in set 4. 21-13. Crom looking to lead the way to end things here in the 4th set. Just grazes the net. Brillion looking to get it back over. Sends one to the backcourt to Crom. Ava Roldy to Gutschall. Big swing and a kill for the senior. 22-13 our score. Lions take their final timeout of the set. They are down to 0. The Raiders have 2 if they need. 13-22. Proud supporter of Raider Volleyball, the Kiel Booster Club provides support for all students and all co-curriculars at Kiel High School. The KBC raises funds through a variety of events, including the Kiel Triathlon, raffles, uncorked, and concessions to financially support all co-curriculars while enhancing experiences and creating opportunities beyond KSC's budgetary contributions. Find out more info at KielBoosterClub.com. Follow us, Kiel Booster Club, on Facebook. Speaking of Facebook, feel free to tune in to the Facebook stream. We'll give you a shout out. Sue Rowley, Dawn Mackey, Tammy Stahl, Mr. Miller, my guy, listening in. We have a great game here from Kiel High School. You should be in attendance. It's a great atmosphere. Both student sections going at each other, and right now the Raiders hold on to a commanding 9-point lead in the 4th set. Looking to pull away here in the 4th and send it to the 5th, which would be a dramatic finish to a very intense game. Sydney Crom's service. Sends it to Miller. Aitches. Cross-court pass. Nice dig from Maya Roldy. Ava Roldy backwards pass to Niles. And she gets the Raiders 2 points away from taking set 4.
And that's what those powerful swings by Liz will do, because she knew the defense was back, expecting that hard, heavy hand, and she just went with the rollover.
Sydney Crom, 2 points away are the Raiders from taking set 4. Sends one to Hale. Aches up to Tam. Miscommunication between Crom and Rothy. And the Lions get their 14th point of set 4.
Sometimes as a libero or a back row player, you can feel there's another player there, so you kind of pull away from passing it.
Now the Lions will take over service. Cora Tam, the senior. Rothy tried to go over on 2, but it was blocked, I believe, by the Lions. Emma Niles out of bounds. Point will go to the Lions. Was I correct on that? She went over on 2 and it was blocked, wasn't it? It looked like it.
I think the number 4 in the middle, Emma Shu, did try and touch it, but I don't think it would have been called a true block.
Ava Rothy to Elizabeth Niles. And folks, we are 1 point away from the Raiders getting a set 4 victory, 15-24. Set point here for set number 4. Elizabeth Niles looking to end it. She sends one to Hale. Carter Miller has to adjust to make the swing. She does. Maya Rothy puts one up. Little roll shot for Emma Niles. Carter Miller sends one to Elizabeth Niles. Maya Rothy puts one high in the air. Another roll shot from Emma Niles. Miller on the return. Blocked up front by Gutchow. Raiders take set 4. 25-15 our score. And folks, we are heading to a dramatic 5th set finish here from Kiel High School. End of 4, 25-15 your final in set 4. You are listening to high school girls volleyball on Kiel Raider Radio.
Are you looking for a great atmosphere and great food? Look no further than the Gravel Pit in Kiel. Try one of our great weekly specials. Burgers on Tuesdays, Chef's Choice on Wednesdays, wrap and fries on Thursdays. Get yourself a steak sandwich and fries or a perch basket with potato salad before Raider football on Friday nights. Then finish your week with a crispy chicken sandwich and fries on Saturdays. Call 920-894-8493 for details. The Gravel Pit, located just outside of Kiel on Highway 57. Looking for a bank that knows your name and your story? At Collin State Bank in Kiel, we're more than just numbers and accounts. We're neighbors, friends, and financial partners. For over 100 years, we've been helping our neighbors buy homes, grow businesses, and plan for the future. With personal service you just won't find at the big banks, at Collin State Bank, we're right here with you every step of the way. Collin State Bank, rooted in our community, invested in you.
Looking to replace the living room floor? Do you want to update the bathroom, switching to hardwood, or are you installing carpet? Signature Flooring & More has you covered. Their showroom is for everyone from flooring installers to DIYers. Find the flooring you need to complete your new kitchen or an updated bathroom by visiting Signature Flooring & More, located next to Dollar General in Kiel. Signature Flooring has you covered from installation to selection to tool rental. Call Ryan today at 920-286-6041 for all of your flooring needs. Stop in at Mike's Kiel Lounge, the coolest bar in town with a bird's eye view of the river. Open every day at noon except Tuesdays at 1:30. Stop in for some great food and drinks and check out our daily specials. On Monday, enjoy half-price appetizers. On Tuesday, cheeseburgers and fries. Wednesday, indulge on chili cheese fries. On Thursdays, brat patties and poppers. And on Fridays, enjoy mini tacos and chicken wings. Right next to the post office in Kiel, visit Mike's Kiel Lounge.
Go Kiel Raiders! Premier Financial Credit Union proudly supports our hometown teams. With offices in Kiel, New Holsting, and Chilton, Premier Financial Credit Union is your hometown community credit union. To learn more about the credit union difference, please visit yourpfcu.com.
Welcome back to Kiel High School. We are getting set for the here to open the EWC conference stretch. It's the Lions and the Raiders for high school girls volleyball. In the first set, it was 25-17 victory for the Lions. In the second, a 25-20 victory for the Raiders. Then set 3, the Lions taking it 25-23, and a dominating fourth set victory for the Raiders, taking it 25-15. Miles Detroit, Joy Bridson, glad to bring you what's going to be a great fifth set here from Kiel High School. Both teams have battled, worked their way to get to this fifth set. It's going to be a great one, Joy.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you have to step away for a second, I would do it right now because this match is going to go quick.
Yeah, absolutely. I haven't seen many fifth set volleyball in my days, so this is going to be fun.
They are fun. It's just every point matters. You can't miss a serve. You can't botch a hit. And you can. Some teams handle it better than others. You can tell if they get down by 5, some of them just start to crumble.
Yeah, and it's really a lot of mistakes from both teams. We saw as of more recent, it's been the Lions, so it's going to be whoever. I told you in set 3 or 4 at the beginning, it's going to be whoever makes the lesser mistakes is going to win this game.
Yeah, and Kiel's been playing pretty clean volleyball.
They have. And now it truly does matter. We are in the final set. 2-2 our score. Fifth set underway. It's going to be Cora Tam to begin for the Lions. She grazes one over the net. Great start from Wempner. McDowell with a big hit, but out of bounds. And the Lions will take the first point of set number 5.
That was a great swing, great spot. Just couldn't find the corner, but got to keep swinging on those.
Absolutely. Here's Tam once again with service for the Lions. She sends one cross court to Wempner. Back-to-back digs for her. Brockway sends one to Miller. H's big swing from Shu. And the Lions open up things in set 5, 2-0. Cora Tam looking to start the run for Brillion from the near side. Steps into screen, sends one to Maya Roldy, who sends one out of bounds. Lions get 3 straight here in set 5. Raiders just got to take a deep breath, find themselves, settle in here, pick up this momentum that Brillion has as of now. Cora Tam, service once again, holding a 3-0 lead. Elizabeth Niles, Ava Roldy sends a high one for McDowell, places that beautifully, well-deserved point for the Raiders, and the momentum shifts right back to Kiel. First point of set 5 for the Raiders. Now Ava Roldy with service from the far side. Looking to get it within 1. From the back row, Roldy sends it to Ava Van Camp. Anxious, big swing from Shu. Attempt of a dig from Maya Roldy. And the Lions have 4 points.
That was a hard angle rip by Shu.
So now the Lions will take back over service responsibilities. Kara Hedrick from the near side of the screen. Steps into your screen. Maya Roldy tips one into the air. Niles rolls shots. H's up to Shu. Big block up front for the Raiders. Brillion working to get it back. Wempner up to Roldy. To Brockway. H's cross court. Big swing from Van Camp. Reception error from Wempner. And it's 5-1 Brillion.
Those are hard. Anytime Kiel gets a free ball, you really got to use those, and they just haven't been utilizing the free ball as well in these last couple sets.
Service from Hedrick. Sends one to the backcourt to Libero Roldy. Ava Roldy puts one up for McDowell. Shu to Van Camp. Keeps it alive. Wempner sends one cross court to McDowell. Roll shot for Maddie. H's up to Shu. Lions get the point. Net violation, I believe, on the Raiders. (6-1) our score. McDowell wanted a net violation on Lions.
McDowell wanted it under the net because
Oh.
it's hard to land on someone's foot if they're not under the net, so I see her point, but
Here's the service from the Lions. Maya Roldy can't keep it in bounds. Lions 7-1 our score, halfway to taking the final set. Raiders forced to take a timeout, down 6. Well, the Raiders had a great fourth set and really just couldn't carry that momentum here in this fifth set. They're down 6. Definitely something the Raiders they can definitely come back, have to have to start playing their game, relax a little bit, and they'll be just fine.
Yeah, they played a lot of volleyball together, this group, so I would never count them out. Obviously, playing to 15, it's going to be harder to come back the deeper they go in, but I would never count these girls out. They are a great group. They play well together, and I think all they need is one pass, one kill to
One
turn
really
it
big
around.
play, yeah, absolutely. Gain the momentum back because they can definitely do something with that momentum. 7-1 our score here in the 5th set, all square at 2 apiece. Last year, they went to 5 sets as well, and Kiel able to take that one in the final set back in Brillion High School. September 12th, 2024. Let's see what happens here on September 9th. Service error for the Lions, and the point's going to go to the Raiders. Raiders are within 5. Need a 2 or 3 point stretch here to really turn things around. Maya Roldy sends one to the back court. H's up to Shu. Sends one opposite court, out of bounds. It's 7-3 our score. Feel the tension here from Kiel High School. Maya Roldy on the near side. First service responsibilities. She sends one, grazes the net. Raiders get a big 4th point. They're within 3. See, Maya Roldy takes a big, deep breath.
I was just going to say that. She took a deep breath.
That's a huge point, though. You'll take it. There's the service error from her, so it's 8-4 now, Brillion. We talked about the mistakes, and whoever makes some more is going to end up losing this game. See if the Raiders can come back. Down 4 in the 5th set. Lions now, it'll be Shu from the near side. Dig from Wempner. Maya Roldy to Emma Niles. H's cross court to Van Camp. Block up front by Niles. Roldy sent it to the back court. Great spot. H's up the shoot. Block from Brockway and Niles, and the point goes to Kiel. Substitutions for the Raiders. Sydney Crom is going to come in for Brockway, and Gutchow in for Wempner.
Gutchow and Niles. Liz Niles got to play big in the front row right here.
Gutchow has got fresh legs off the bench, so she can definitely provide some energy here in the 5th set. Emma Niles, Ava Roldy, backwards pass to Elizabeth Niles, gets it over, point Kiel, they're within 2. Sydney Crom, Raiders within 2. Remember the 5th set will go to 15. Sends it to the back row to Hedrick. Miller, nice kill for Schnell, and the Lions are up 3.
Crom just needed to get back in the court a little quicker on that one. Sometimes you get caught watching your serve go over.
Yep. I've played some men's volleyball, definitely have done that.
Yeah.
Ava Roldy to Gutchow, a little too much on it, and the Lions are 5 points away. Raiders need a big point here, and that'll take it. Service error for the Lions, 10-7 our score. Elizabeth Niles from the far side. Raiders trail by 3 here in the 5th set of action. She sends it to the libero, Madeline Miller. Maya Roldy, nice dig to her sister Ava Roldy. Emma Niles with a nice tip shot. H's big swing from Van Camp, and calls it out of bounds.
Oh,
but a tip from the Raiders, yeah. And the point will go to Brillion, 11-7. Just a little unlucky. Carter Miller is going to check in for Kara Hedrick. Lions lead by 4 and are 4 points away from winning this game. Sends one to Crom. Ava Roldy to Gutchow. Tip shot. Miller, big swing from Van Camp, too much on it, and the Raiders get a big 8th point. Libero sophomore Meyer Ruldy's going to check out. Maddie McDowell comes back into the front row. Emma Niles with a big service here from the near side. Service error for her. 12-8 our score. Brillion 3 points away. Raiders got to get the set back here, or the service back here. Need a big point on defense. Service from Miller. Nice dig from Niles. Roldy, big swing from McDowell, and a kill for the senior. They're back within 3.
I was waiting for her to get set because you can tell she was frustrated about the previous play before where the girl was underneath the net, and she's still limping around a little. I mean, anytime you roll your ankle, it's going to be tender, but I was waiting for that first kill.
Brockway comes in for Crown. It'll be service from Gutchow. Sends one to Miller. H's. Carter Miller. Ava Roldy, cross court to McDowell. Big swing and out of bounds. Raiders are within 2.
I would just keep going to McDowell on those because she's
got the hot hand right now.
Yeah, and let's just say
basketball.
she's kind of bringing a little extra heat on those.
Yeah. A little bit of anger, frustration, emotion pouring out here in the 5th set for the senior. Going to be the senior Gutchow on the serve. Sends it to the libero Miller. Out of bounds. Raiders are within a point. It's been the theme of this game. The Raiders have been down, and they crawl themselves back in within 1. Lions take their first timeout of set 5. And we'll be back after a minute. It is going to be a dramatic last few points. 12-11 our score. Lions lead by 1.
Like I said, you can never count these girls out. They played a lot of on-court volleyball together, and they're never out of it.
I think the Raiders, not to be completely unbiased, I think they really deserve this win tonight. They've really worked hard. They had a phenomenal 4th set. They've really just, honestly, in my opinion, played a better game. Brilliant has been right there, too. But the way the Raiders have crawled themselves back in for all of these sets, the Lions have led, but the Raiders have just came back and taken sets 2 and 4. And they are looking to do the same here in set number 5. Down by 1 after the Lions timeout. Service from Gutchow. Sends it to Tam. Aches, block up front. And the attempted dig from Elizabeth Niles goes out of bounds. The Lions are 2 points away, and the Raiders trail by 2. Wempner comes back in for Gutchow. Cora Tam, the senior, getting the service duties from the near side. She sends it back row to libero Roldy. Over on 1 and a big swing for Shu. Roldy put it right there for Shu. And it's set point for Brillion.
Those are hard. Those overpasses as a hitter in the front row, your eyes get real big and you put it right back down.
Set point, match point. Mary Wempner. Ava Roldy, McDowell tipped off the Lions. Raiders get a much needed point. (14-12) our score. Raiders now get service duties. 2 points away from tying this thing. Sends one to the Lions. McDowell to Roldy. H's cross court. Big swing from Shu. And that is going to do it. The Lions take it in set 5. Your final in the 5th set, 15-12. And your final 3-2 here in the match. We'll step aside, take a break, bring you the post-game show. Your final, Brillion 3, the Raiders 2.
At On Point Financial Group, we offer a straightforward, holistic approach to building financial strategies focused on you, your schedule, your circumstance, and your objectives. Whether you are preparing for a milestone life event like retirement, sale of a business, or simply looking for financial protection for the future, On Point Financial Group promises to offer you a new level of attention, insight, and guidance.
Enjoy house-made craft beers and cocktails in our newly renovated tap room, brew house, and event hall. With over 14 craft beers and cocktails now on tap, Yard 65 Brewery is a family-friendly venue that is perfect for afternoons on the patio, evenings out, or as an event space for weddings, meetings, and celebrations of all sizes. Stop in to experience the historical charm of the Yard 65 Brewery in downtown Kiel. Follow us on Facebook for updates on current beer offerings and specials. Yard 65 Brewery in Kiel.
At Parker John's, we do barbecue the right way, from tender pulled pork to slow smoked brisket.
That's what I'm talking about.
Not in the mood for barbecue? Our Stonefire pizzas are baked to perfection. Looking to wet your whistle? We've got great craft beers, signature cocktails, and loaded Bloody Marys. Parker John's is a family-friendly place to have a smoking good time. So whether you're here for all-you-can-eat nights or just a great meal, we'll bring the smoking good flavor 7 days a week. Come on down, we can't wait to have you.
Parker John's.
With over 15 years of experience, Dynamic Heating and Cooling pride themselves on providing fast and friendly heating and cooling repair, maintenance, and installation services through Sheboygan, Manitowoc, and Calumet counties. Don't let weather impact your comfort. Call 920-838-5599 to let them come to your temperature rescue. Dynamic Heating and Cooling proudly supports your Kiel Raiders. At Drexel Building Supply, our mission is to supply happiness. And with that, we are committed to finding the best team members supporting the local builder and maximizing profits to do Jesus' work here on earth. From lumber and trusses to cabinets and doors, let us be organized on your behalf for your next project. Visit us at 274 Cemetery Road in Kiel or give us a call at 866-328-2583.
Got 2 seconds. Welcome back to Kiel High School, your final here for the EWC Girls Volleyball Opener. The Lions 3, the Raiders 2. You see there on the graphic what a tight game it was. The first set, Lions taking within 8, but the Raiders really did a phenomenal job crawling themselves back into that one. Then the Raiders taking a 5-point set 2 victory. Super close third set, a dominant fourth set for the Raiders, and a very final, close, quick set number 5. Raiders just got a little unlucky, but a phenomenal match for Kiel. They end up short tonight, 3-2. Joy, what a great competitive game. Our first fifth setter here on Kiel Raider Radio lived up to its expectations.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking. I can see some of the seniors right now, and they're emotional because, like I said earlier, before the match started, I was talking to some of the seniors, and with a resounding yes, I said, how bad do you guys want to start off your conference with a victory? And all of them said, we want to win. We want to win so much. And even the underclassmen, they wanted to win it for the seniors. So it's a heartbreaker, but like I mentioned in the break, the one positive is Kiel didn't play the cleanest volleyball. My mom did say if I don't have anything nice to say, I won't say anything at all. So I won't say anything about the officiating. So that's the one positive. They didn't play their clean volleyball, but they still kept it close. So I think as the season goes on, these matches will start going their way.
Yeah, absolutely. And a competitive game tonight, you don't get the win, but sure, you have things to look ahead of. You got Valdez on Thursday, which is a great team as well. You got to bring your A game at their place. It's gonna be another great game like this one here tonight. For the Raiders, like I mentioned, they take on Valdez Thursday, and for the Lions, they will take on Chilton on Thursday, back at their home place at Brillion. For the final here, Raiders falling a little bit short on a Tuesday night. The Lions 3, the Raiders 2. Thank you for tuning in. For Miles Detroit, Joy Britson, this has been a presentation of Kiel Raider Radio.